So today I figured we should probably make a relic deck. We made a relic deck when Bloody Mistress and She Who Knows first came out, and it was the Force of Nature version. Fruits of Ysgith has eventually become the most popular version, and I can see why. So I thought we'd just try playing it for a few games today, and just show it off and put it on the channel, because I'm guessing something in it might get changed in the patch coming up. Anyway, looking at the deck itself, we're playing Tactical Advantage. We just want as many points as possible here. For the big cards, we have the She Who Knows. There's a Renew version where you replace this with Renew, and you renew back your Caranthier and make multiple copies of your big plays. That's pretty cool. You can do that too. The She Who Knows version I like better just because she's so many points when she comes down, and the carryover is really valuable. Then we're playing Bloody Mistress, Mamuna, and Caranthier with Royal Decree to find the Caranthier. This is pretty standard, right? You Caranthier Mamuna, you play a bunch of your big bronzes, you boost up Mamuna, she's a huge play. And if you want to, you can also do the Caranthier on your Bloody Mistress. This is more risky. This is just if you know it's not going to die or something like that. And then you know that you're going to get the value from her boosting repeatedly. Usually you want to go for the Mamuna nowadays. At least in one of my experience. Relic we mentioned, Caranthier we mentioned. Adarin. You play Adarin. You use your leader ability to get 2 of the larvas. Sorry, the Fruits of Ysgith. Whatever they're called. Those guys. You get 2 of those. Really good. And then if they don't kill it, you play your Mamuna or your Caranthier on something, and that's massive because you get a second one from Adarin. Adarin's basically always going to get answered. It's either going to get locked or get killed by a 6 damage removal. If they don't, though, that's something really big. Even if they don't, the second larva, or the second fruit's not bad. The Ratcatcheress, because she's a 7 or a 9 for 7, she keeps boosting really good. And the 3 Crones, obviously, and the rest of, well, most of this deck is extremely standard. There's very little to really swap around here. The Parasite, the Reverie of Vul, Self-Eaters, the Maxi, the Griffins. These are the ones you want to play with your Mamuna. Make sure if you're playing the Griffin that you do not have the Sabbath effect here, because it'll play your Griffin and force you to destroy something. You don't really want that. The Gansen, nice. The Witch Apprentice. We're running Natural Selection and Squirrel, and the 2 Kikimor Workers. These 4 are the cards usually you want to swap around here. So the She Who Knows you can swap for something like Renew. If you want a different version, you can swap the, what's it called? These 4. Yeah, these 4. These 4 are the ones you want to swap. There's very little to swap around. The deck's very standardized at this point, but that's okay. We'll just try it out anyway and see how it goes. Haven't played it too much since the changes. But we chose here the Squirrel to help out a little bit versus Onomancy and any of the big Echo cards. Also, it's not bad in the mirror match. Xavier's better, but I didn't really want to fit Xavier by cutting something. I like the rest of the deck. The 1 Natural Selection for a bit of damage isn't bad. And then the 2 Kikimor Workers. Just as another bronze in case you want a Caranthier. And they're also not bad. You can consume one with the Brewess. That's the best value she's going to give in the deck. Unfortunately, we're not playing the Archospores. You could swap Archospores in here for me for Kikimor Workers. I like the Kikimor Workers. It's all up to you. But yeah, that's the deck. Let's get into some games. Let's find a game here with the deck then. See what we run up against. Everyone is trying to counter this Relic deck. It was really popular for a while, then countering it got really popular, so there's specifically some Arrakis decks that run, not just Arrakis decks, but Bloody Mistress, or Bloody Effigy is pretty popular to answer it. The mirror match type of scenario, the same faction. Here we're playing Guerrilla Tactics, probably some form of movement-based deck, perhaps a no-unit trap deck, although most of them seem to be playing Deadeye Ambush, though it's certainly a possibility here. We have Adarin. I don't really want 2 Kikimor Workers. One's nice, though, because we can set up our Mamuna a bit. We have the 1 Gansen. We're missing out on our Self-Eater. I don't think we need a Squirrel here. Bloody Mistress is a good card, but here we have... This hand's not great, is the only issue here. So, I think... This is our only really proactive play. Are we going first? Yeah, this is our really only proactive play at first, but it's going to get killed. So it's not too great. And then we have Maxi... I guess we'll have to go with this. Alright, let's just go with our... I guess we'll just go with the Kikimor Worker. It's gonna die, but whatever. There's Dogma. Okay, it's not gonna die. clear out the fruit this time. We don't have Griffin, so this fruit's going to cap out at 7 points. So we can... It's not too big a deal if we wait a turn to play it. Go Maxi. She who knows is on the bottom. It's annoying, but these are coming up. And then we can Royal Decree into her. That's not too bad, although we're not going to get our Crones. It's a bit annoying. We're also not going to get a Griffin for a while. These are good for next round, though. I guess we can keep this. We risk messing up a whole bunch more if we change it. We really want to get some of these gold cards. Okay, there's a Sentry. We can Parasite that. I think we want to Parasite that. Alternatively, we can go for a Witch Apprentice plus this, which puts us to 25 for Sabbath. I think we'll go for that then. We'll play this. And just give this a +5. And actually a Sabbath boosts. We'll see what he's going for. It might be, I think I've seen a couple decks where they spawn copies of the stuff that moves. Could be that. There's a Cat Witcher. I think killing Cat Witcher here... It's clear to kill Cat Witcher or the one that moves it. I think his deck's based around this Sentry, so I think we kill the Sentry instead. We still have our Sabbath. I really want the last Crone, but we're not going to get it. But we still want to play it just because I want to play a Gansen in between two Relics. Like we play the Boost Relic next. Mistress is the one you really want the 3 for. Because then she plays for 6 damage, that's quite valuable. Our issue here is he's going to be moving our stuff around, so Sabbath will be hard to maintain except in a long round. Because we can move our units out from where they were. I guess we'll go for this next round then. That's pretty good. We have Adarin, Bloody Mistress. We have Adarin, Bloody Mistress, and we're going to draw into Self-Eater and Ratcatcheress, if I recall. And there's the Gregory of Vol also. This hand's pretty good. We're just missing Mamuna. We don't have her set up yet either. We want to get that set up, so I want to play this Gansen. I think this Gregory of Vol. I think we just want this whole hand. I think we use some of it this round. We start with Self-Eater here. The next turn we go for Adarin. I expect this Self-Eater to die, unfortunately, but if it doesn't, we have the option to set up our Gansen. We also have the option of our Adarin. Create another 1-point version. Although I think we'll save that for this fruit we're going to play next turn. You want to play the fruit with the Adarin in this case. We go Caranther, Bloody Mistresses here. He'll answer them all, I think. Sentry. Alright, he's doing that. We still want to get the extra fruit with Adarin, because we can't use this as long as we have a fruit out. But I want to get this Gansen set up. We'll set the Gansen first. That's good, we have that set up, and then we can go for next turn Adarin and make another Self-Eater and make... Well, we'll make an extra fruit. We can't use the Self-Eater to create another one because Adarin's once per turn. We'll set the Gregory Vol to lock something if we think his movement will become a problem. Once he starts building up a bunch of units for a Gaten, that's probably when we will lock it. There's Decree. Elven Seer, sure. I'm guessing he's usually your charge to boost that. Oh, he's not. Do we think he's playing a Purify? Could be going for some kind of Sim loss here. or orbs for carryover. We have the option for our Adaran, or we have the option for his lock. The thing is, if he's boosting this and playing something on himself, he can't kill our Adaran, even with 2 leader charges. So if we play our Adaran here, I don't think there's anything he can do about it. We can either answer the Seer the next turn, have our 2 fruits, or we can... or he won't interact with it. So we'll play Adaran here. Get our second fruit here. Next turn we can go for an extra Self-Eater and then throw down one of our other cards. Sabbath here is not great. Like, it's nice, but we're going to have to be careful of our rows. This row's going to get filled up by Self-Eaters. There's a Whisperer. Can't lock that, unfortunately. He's going to boost it to a 6. So we'll make an extra Self-Eater here. And then we'll throw down this. It is vulnerable to an extra damage here, but that's okay. We want to get these points going. We have the Caranthier option, so there's the orbs. It's expected. We have Caranthier into our Bloody Mistress. Question, do we go for it? I think we do. Maybe go Caranthier into Bloody Mistress here. Make sure we have Sabbath first, so 9-18. Yeah, he has 1 charge, so he can move and kill her. But we'll get a second one here. And that's a lot. So we'll spawn our 2 Bloody Mistresses here. And there we go. Extra fruits. We're not going to get all the fruits, but that should be plenty. We have to be careful because our rows are going to fill up. Orb. Okay, we'll go for the triple Bloody Mistress, I guess, and that's probably all we need. We can't make too many more units, unfortunately, because we'll run out of space, but this is going to be points like crazy, that's for sure. And +6. And we just passed, and I don't think he can beat this. He needs removal. Sim loss, sure. Probably Rebuke. Oh no, double last rate. That's fair too. It's pretty good. Gonna remove a bunch of our fruits. Get the orbs back. That's nice though, gave us more room to play stuff. We removed all of his leader charges. I think a short round's better for us. We have Mamuna. He does have Gorge though. So he can't spawn any more guys, that's fine. We do have another option off of our guy here to make another thing, so we'll make another Self-Eater. And then we'll go for the Boost Crone. We still have 2 fruits out, which is nice. Lock's not great here, although it's good versus this, because you might have... Does he have Gezeros? 3, 6, 8? He might have a Gezeros, though. Might have Gezeros. Might have Gaten's not as good because it fills up pretty quick. So we'll do this. And then we get our Bloody Mistresses going. If he has Gezeros, I need this lock for it. I think he might. Otherwise, this is good on the movement-based card. The Sentry. If he plays another special, though, he won't have room to play a Gezeros here. Biggest. Fair enough. Probably for a Gourd or something. We have the damage here. We could kill the one that spawns. I think we will. We're getting a lot of value every turn here. So I think we want to prolong this and make his life harder. Guessing he has a Gourd or something, though. This might be Gourd. There's the Gezeros we mentioned. This way we can't lock it or answer it. That's fine. That was a reasonable play there. Here we have +6 every turn on turn end. So we get 6. He gets 3, 7, plus 1 is 8. I think we go for a lock here. The thing is, Gezros gets so much value every turn, we can't really interact with it, and he's going to have a gourd. I guess we will pass here. He will have to play another card. Actually, I don't think he does. He doesn't have to play another card, because Gezros is going to... He does. He needs one more card, but it can be anything, because if it's a 0-point card, Gezros gets him there. But he has to play something. And we still have our Mamuna. Although we didn't get a Griffin out, so it's going to be less good. There's an tael. And there's his damage. He still has his gourd for his finisher. We need Mamuna. There she is. What are we going to play with her, though? We've got Self-Eater, Gant Ken. That's it, though. Maybe Witch Apprentice. We're gonna draw into World of Grief. We've only got a couple times here. There it is. Mamuna is probably best into the Self-Eater, honestly. Elven Seer. I think we lock that. I think we lock this. He might have a Purifier Mahakam Ale, but if he does, that's alright. I think it's a smaller chance he saved that for this round. So it was tempering. That's good. We have Mamuna here into Self-Eater, into Witch Apprentice, into Finisher of She Who Knows. We also have She Who Knows into Witch Apprentice, into Finisher Gansen. I think the Self-Eater is the best choice, though, so we'll go for that here. We do have an 8 Self-Eater, by the way, which is really good for this. He has Gourd, but Gourd's gonna be like 20, maybe 22, something like that. So that puts him to 30. This card has to be really big if he wants to win. Mamuna's just so strong in these rounds. Heatwave, fair enough. Good choice. Will deny us our Sabbath. So this is Gourd. The order of Witch Apprentice versus She Who Knows here doesn't matter. We'll throw out the Witch Apprentice. This is going to get him like 33-ish, probably. Then we go to 36 or so. We go to 36 here. So unless this gets him to 36, which it will not, we will win. And that's GG. Pull her out. Kind of thought this might be our finisher in the beginning of the game when we used our Maxi. GG. Double Lacerate almost got him there. Saved him from a 2-0, but we're still able to push out most of his good stuff there. Let's find a second game here. Oh, that was pretty quick. See what we're going up against. Mirror match. This might be bad for us. We're not playing the Bloody Effigy, which is the strong card in the mirror match. It ruins one of Mamuna's charges, and it also boosts you by a huge amount. So we do have Griffin this time, though. When we have our Squirrel, Squirrel's really key here. Natural Selection's not great. We'll put back one Griffin. We're going to want to Mamuna that. We want one Gansen, we want this. This is probably good as a backup. I don't think we want this Natural Selection, though. Although it does answer the second... After he splits his Self-Eater, it answers it. I think we'll hold on to it just for that. Put this back. We do want our own Self-Eater. This is also good to get going. We're up first here. I think I want my own Self-Eater over this. We did not get it, unfortunately. So, our game plan here, then. We'll start with the Griffin. The mirror match, if you don't have a tech card against it, like the Bloody Effigy, can come down to just who drew better. And unfortunately, him going second gives him an advantage here, in that he can answer a card. Although I don't think they play much control, so we should be pretty well off still. Maybe he doesn't have an advantage. It's hard to say. We want to win one round here. If he doesn't have control, a couple of these might be playing a Lacerate with a Wispish Tribute. I've seen it once or twice. He's going to go for the same thing here. Pretty standard. We can go for either... I think we'll go for the Brewess setup. Not going to want her later. Throw her out. You can consume something. Mostly want for the Kikimore guy consume. Worker, so they don't die from the armor loss. I guess we forgot to click our leader button. We'll do it this turn.
You smell ripe with fear, little one.
We will do that. And we'll play our own Ratcatcher here as well. Right here. That puts us to Sabbath. Next turn we throw down Witch Apprentice. And then we start getting a Gan Sand set up. We have our Idarin, we have Carantha, we don't have one of the others to play with it. Alright, he's going to play a Self-Eater. That's annoying because we don't have our own Self-Eater. So it's going to get out of control pretty quickly. But we do have Witch Apprentice to help mitigate that a bit.
A witch's best friend is a pig, no doubt.
We're holding on to our tactical advantage just until we play our Gan Send, then we'll pick something to put it on. That'll be our last turn of the round if he has this Self-Eater. If he plays something else as big of his own, then we'll have trouble. We'll have some trouble. So he's going to play his Crones out of order. That's nice. We have here our two relics next to each other.
Blueberries.
And then we will just go for a boost on our Brewess. He could push us here, but he won't. That's nice. And let's go to round 2. Depending on our hand here, we go for a big push. If our hand's really good, we can go for the push, because we have Adar and Caranthier. We also want to play our Squirrel for sure this round. There's Weavus. We have all 3 Crones. We have a Self-Eater. That's pretty good. I don't want this. 2 Self-Eaters. I want Squirrel, because I want to banish the Griffin. I do not want this Gansan. Alright. Question is, do we open Squirrel, or we open something else? I think we're going to push here, because our hand's nice. I think we push and then just save Adar and Caranthier. Because with 2 Self-Eaters and the Crones, we should be able to get tons of value. So we'll play this thing out here. We'll throw out a Self-Eater. So we'll go for both Self-Eaters here. We lose value round 3, but we have the short round 3 hand that we really want here. We just need to draw into our other cards. So I think with the advantage here, we try and force out his own Mamuna. He might Directory of Vol this, he might Parasite it. There's the Directory of Vol. We'll play our second one then. We'll play this one here. We're avoiding Sabbath here, but I want this to be on a row by itself so we don't fill something up if we're going to end up in a longer round. It does slow down our Sabbath a bit though. So we will split you. Well, not necessarily on a row by itself, but I didn't want it on this row, because we're going to need to activate it 1, 2, 3 times here. So we're going to get a lot of room filled up here. We will boost. I think we'll boost it now. We're fine now. I just didn't want these 2 extra units on its row. Next turn we can go for something else. This is out of 4, it splits to a 2. Alright, he's going to get his thinning done. We have our Squirrel. This splits again into a 2. And that row is going to be at a nice 18. This doesn't quite boost it up, but we don't have anything we want to hit with this. This could die. The Wispus damage is pretty valuable. We'll throw down a Witch Apprentice here.
Quick, move those hooves, or we'll both be ham.
Get it Sabbath going. With these boosts, we do in fact have the Sabbath, once we add these 4 onto it. There's the Caranthier. That's good to get rid of. He's gonna go for the Bloody Mistress. He doesn't have Sabbath yet. We have damage from Wispus. We force this out. I want to throw down Squirrel. At this point, we're just throwing out our bronze cards to trade for his big gold cards, and we'll take away the Griffin option. And we'll pass. See what he does here. We have our own Adarin and Caranthier, so there's his Bloody Mistress. Now he's going to transform and get a whole bunch of points every turn. But next turn, he won't have enough yet. So we have a safe, we can still pass here, and he'll have lost Bloody Mistress and his Caranthier, while we will not have. Yeah, I'll take that. So we get 2 here, then he gets... Actually, each of these gets 4. He will just pass, but we can't beat this anymore. So he'll go up a card, but he's down Caranthier, Bloody Mistress. I think that's fair. Now, we have to watch out for getting squirreled ourselves, but we have a lot of Self-Eaters now, but we've used them both. So that's a problem we have to keep in mind. We don't want to... We have Witch Apprentice is already gone, so the only thing we really have for our Caranthier, if we look at our deck here, is Griffin and Gansen, so we don't want either of those in our hand. We do want our Mamuna, though. Can we have it? Okay, thank you. We could go for triple Bloody Mistress if we don't think he has removal. We'll see what he does. I think we'll go for our Sabbath setup with the Caranthier or Mamuna into the Griffin. Oh, nice. So we play... Do we want to... I think we want to save our charge for Adarin. Give us a second one, perhaps. So we go Adarin with this, then this. We'll go for it. He probably has an answer, but we'll do it anyway. If he doesn't have an answer, he's going to be in so much trouble. So there we go, we have our 2 fruits. Let's see what he does here. If he doesn't answer Adarin, I think he loses. But we also have a very little answer to Adarin. So we'll see what he does. And he's going to play a Brua, so he can't kill our Adarin. This should get out of hand pretty quickly. Do we go for the multiple Bloody Mistress approach? Or do we go for the Mamuna approach? Like we mentioned with Mamuna, we have our Gansen and our Griffin set up. But then if we go for Caranthier on the Mamuna, and then he, you know, does something about it, like consumes one, with a, or like a Bloody Effigies one, then we can't use the second Mamuna effectively. That's a risk. I don't like risks. So I think instead we will go for the Caranthier on our Bloody Mistress. We don't quite have Sabbath to transform yet. So I think we want to set that up. So we're just going to play Mamuna here. We'll set up our Sabbath. Get rid of this Griffin. Summon that out. And then next turn we will go for Caranthier into Bloody Mistress. He probably thinks we don't have our Caranthier here. 6 damage will deny us Sabbath, annoyingly, but we can get it back. Okay, so he did have an answer there. We lost a turn of value there, kind of unfortunate. But we'll still go for this on our Bloody Mistress. The Thrives will get us to Sabbath, we'll transform. And we'll get our fruits out. We've got 4. We'll play this one. Just in case he has row damage, I think I want to put these fruits in the row with the stronger fruits so we can't kill 4 fruits at once. And then we have our 6 damage here when we need it. He still has his own Mamuna. But no Caranthier because we forced that out. Could also have She Who Knows still. We're not going to get into our She Who Knows, or our Royal Decree, or our Parasite, or Gregory Revolt. So some of our big cards are locked in our deck, but we forced out a bunch of his big plays already. If he doesn't do anything here, okay, this is going to have to be an answer to our Grinacoras. Just Self-Eater. All right. How about Yurden? Where does Yurden hurt? Row damage or Yrden, which I'm more concerned about. I think these people like to run Yrden, so I think we'll play this range. Oops, not you. This range, so the boosts are spread out more. Just because Yrden, I think, is more popular tech than something like a Lacerate. So we'll play this here. +4 on that one. 6 fruits. Let's see what he does. We could have killed this, but this is worth much more points to set up than killing the Self-Eater. We'll kill it this turn if he plays a Relic, which he will probably. There's Mamuna. No Sabbath for him. So I'm not sure what this is going to be. Witch Apprentice, maybe? Oh, that's right. You don't have any because I banished your Griffin. Yep. No duplicates. And... oh, he quit. Well, makes sense. There's no way he was going to win once we had that set up. GG. Let's find a third game here. That last game was a good example of just taking advantage of what you had in your hand. Like I said, we never got our we never got our She Who Knows, so we didn't have them, but we were able to take advantage of our setup of winning round 1 and then force out his combo round 2. Even though we went down a card, we then had something he couldn't match. This game will be rather difficult because Bounty is so good versus monsters. Keep that in mind. Bounty's really good versus monsters. Makes this hard. That makes Brewis good for consuming. You can consume something with Bounty. This is really bad in the matchup. This could kill something. But he's going Tiger's Eye. We could kill a Witch Hunter Executioner with this. Because he's not playing Crystal Skull or something like that. So that's not bad. This is just awful. Getting rid of this. He gets 4 damage, and this gives him 7 coins back. I don't want that to happen.
Listen, I just work it.
So here, I think we start with a Self-Eater. We'll start Self-Eater, and then go for Gansen. He'll get bounty points, but we want setup. Okay, kind of figured that was going to come. Alright, instead we'll go for the Griffin here. I was going to play Griffin here this round no matter what, so we're going to destroy that fruit anyway. So we didn't lose any points by not playing it there. I was just hoping to get the Gansan out first. There is Sculptor getting slandered here probably. Oh, Justice instead. Fine. We want to play Maxi. That does damage or... okay, so we could kill the Blacksmith here. But I think I want to save this. I want a Maxi setup for sure. This is more valuable. Caranther, Bloody Mistress, Royal Decree, and She Who Knows are our bottom 4 cards. That can't happen, so we're going to put this on the bottom instead. That's way too many provisions locked down there. And there's also our key combo cards. Alright, so we can get some boosts spread out. Fair enough. I'm guessing using a Profit up 4 here. Profit up 4. That's fine. So we're not too far off here. We could kill the Blacksmith, which would limit his ability to spend without committing something else. I want to set up Gansen, but that's going to be difficult. I think we save this. I think he's setting this up for Hysteria. Could Hysteria that, but then he'd have to spend coins first, so he's not going to spend the coins if we kill this Blacksmith. Now he has to get another coin spender that's efficient before he does a Hysteria. And then we can play Brewis and consume this. He still put a bounty out as well. And then next turn we can consume this with Brewis to deny him the Hysteria. It's not a bad option. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll consume that. And then we have the Boost Relic. These two will help us. I want this game... let's think what we want to do here long term. We want Tunnel Drill. He played Justice. Cleaver is a problem. Tunnel Drill and Bounties are the biggest problems. So is Freak Show. I want those gone. So I think we just want a short round 3 with Mamuna. Caranther. I think that's our best option. And for that we want to win this round. So there's the spender we said he was going to play.
The ring won't come off. Just take the whole finger.
Now we'll consume and deny him his Hysteria target. We should have played our leader charge that time for sure though. Kind of just forgot. Just pretend that didn't happen. And then we will go for our... we have Rat Catcheress. We'll get a Sabbath. We have this fruit. It's It's pretty good. Let's go with the Ratcatcheress next, then we have these options too. So I think we want to try and win this round. We will win the round. So this is kind of irrelevant. We will play our fruit. I think we do set up the Gansan, even though it's not going to be at full power. I think we set it up anyway. Just because it gives us a setup and we don't have to worry about it anymore. I think we push him here and go for a round 3 that's really short, and then deploy out the Caranther Mamuna and win that round. I think that's our win condition. So we'll bleed him down as much as possible here. I don't think Squirrel's particularly strong here. Dragonvolt is actually really useful though, and the rest of this, we're missing Caranther and Mamuna, and Bloody Mistress, so I really want to redraw. Go redraw this Apprentice, even though it's a strong card. Okay, this is good. We have Caranther Mamuna in our deck. We have access to Caranther. Our hand is really good. He gets extra damage by Freak Show here, which is annoying. If we play Boost, then we don't get Thrives. We're going to play this Fruit. This is nice. If we play Catcher S, it gives us the setup where he plays his Freak Show and has to use leader charges. So we'll play it. It's pretty weak here, but without a coin bank, he has to commit leader charges to kill it with a Freak Show. He'll go for a poison instead. It's fair enough. We have no Purifier, no Consume. We don't have the provisions to run a, what's his name? Caretaker? With that out there, I think we can go for a boost. We lose out on a couple points, we boost the fruit, but boosting this, lose all the points. The She Who Knows, I don't think he's playing Philippa, but anyway, we still want to save this for last. So we'll boost up this fruit here. Just want a short round 3. We'll go play down to just, maybe even go for the Bloody Mistress this round.
How's you doing business for you?
See, we don't have a lock target. Decree we need later on. I think we'll just play She Who Knows. We need the setup for the Sabbath, but I don't want to waste Wispis's damage here. This should force him into playing something pretty big. He's going to need to Freak Show this down, most likely. Witchfinder's coming out. That's fine.
Evil is at work and have been sighting us.
So here we forced out Witchfinder. We don't have Sabbath. We could go for the damage off of this Crone. We also have Directory of Bull. We'll play Directory of Bull. Well, that's for... We can kill a Spender with Wispis instead. So we'll do this and lock Witchfinder to stop him getting more value.
On principle.
We're going to probably play down to just our Decree. Or Bloody Mistress Decree. Graydon, sure, it's big. Not much more value than that you're going to get out of him. So let's see, we have Wispis. We have Bloody Mistress. Bloody Mistress does now, in fact, have her ability. I think she's valuable here. I think she's good here, so we'll play her here. Get her Sabbath going. He has no coin spender out. He does have a coin bank, though. There's Freak Show. We can kill that with Wispis before he gets any bounty value. Sure, you can kill those fruits. And then kill her. That's using up your coin bank, though. Use a couple leader charges, too. No? Okay. She'll get 1 point of boost. Honestly, Wispis and this are really strong, and he has no bank right now. We have this, and then we can go into Mamuna. Preferably Mamuna Caranther. And that should give us a round 3 that's really strong. So I think while we could commit these here, it would be better just to save them for round 3, which is what we'll do. 5 cards, really short. We got rid of Witchfinder. That's not bad. And we burned his coin bank by playing the Bloody Mistress, which is nice too. And we burned Freak Show. He still has Cleaver Tunnel Drill. That could be a problem. But without a coin bank, he can only make one guy. It's still probably bad for us. We have this set up from Amuna. Squirrel's bad. I don't want to draw Griffin. But we do need to draw either... We need to draw into Amuna here. Otherwise, our Caranther is going to be bad. Ken we'll put back. He's going to go Smuggle. So we have to go for our Mamuna here, unfortunately. But it'll start setting up Sabbath. I think I want to do that before he banishes something. So we'll go Fruits. Leader ability, play our Royal Decree. Play out our Mamuna. Like so. And then we'll get the Griffin going. And then we can go for Self-Eater, Apprentice, Wispas. We could also go for Wispas now to kill this when we lose out a lot of points that would be generated over time. He has Tunnel Drill coming. So we kill Tunnel Drill with Wispas, so we set this up. It will die. But he has very few coins. So Tunnel Drill's not great without a coin bank. He has to build that bank first. He's going to start building it here. Next turn, certainly a Tunnel Drill. So we'll split the Self-Eater and get this going. We just want a bunch of engines for him to answer. And at 4, it's extremely inconvenient for a Tunnel Drill to hit it, because he has to hit it twice, when he'd really want to only hit it once for 3. He's going to bank into the Tunnel Drill here. Hopefully it's at the bottom, so he doesn't have very many coins. It was at the top, so we got all the coins. And there it is. We hit each of our guys once. Now we have our Wispas to kill this, like I said before. Have this come down and answer it. We're setting it just for that. Then we have this one more, which Apprentice. See where that gets us. Potentially he still has potentially Bounty plus kill Bounty target, which is dangerous. There's Bounty, then he's going to kill the Bounty target later on. Engagement 6 coins. Cleaver's a good spender. He could also be playing Philippa. I think he's going to win. This matchup's incredibly difficult to win, because he gets so much bounty value. And we'll throw this down. It probably won't be enough, but we'll see. As in, this last card has to be 0 points for us to win. And it was not. So yeah, he's going to win. GG. This matchup's extremely hard. Okay, let's do one more game. We did lose that last one, but Syndicate's a matchup that's almost... Like, Syndicate's... Part of the reason why Syndicate is good is because it is really good versus monsters, and monsters is good. The Relict monsters in particular. Imprisonment. Alright, so this should be Assimilate, most likely. And this will be interesting then, because they have a really good matchup against us, because they create our good bronzes and play them. So you actually have to be careful about playing out your Self-Beaters and stuff, because they'll just play more of your cards than you will. That being said... We have the Griffin and the Gansen. That's nice. We have Kikimo Worker. I think we'll put that back. We have Caranther, Idarin, Mamuna. We have, like, everything we could possibly want. And we have this one natural selection for a bit of damage. Let's keep this. He's going first. That's why we kept the selection. Just we could answer, like, a 4-point card or something, just in case. There's an Imperial Diplomacy. Hopefully this is not a Self-Eater or Andrega Larva. If it is, that's kind of bad. It's going to be a Bridge Troll. So we can't actually kill that, or can't kill that, because that would be good for him. We will open up with our Griffin. It's probably going to get banished or something, but we have to go for it anyway, just in case. We want to see if it works. He probably will... If he has the thing that creates a copy of this, he can create a copy of our Griffin, kill his Bridge Troll, and get a big boost. That's probably his best play, but that would most likely have him play his Brathens out.
I bring death.
He's going to play his Blightmaker for Mage Assassin. Makes sense. So we do want to get out a couple of relics here. We'll throw out this. I'll throw out our Brewis. We want to get our Gansen boosted up. Brewis, we'll just put out. It's not going to do too much here. Let's see. We want to play Gansen. I want to win this round because our hand's really good for a round 2 push. They'll go spying there. That's fine. This is our Gansen. We need another relict though. We've got 4 damage. We got 4 boost. Boost might be valuable later on. We can't get to our Sabbath quite yet, so we don't want to play our Witch Apprentice. So I think we'll go for the Weavis and her boost. Do that. Gives us a Sabbath. Should be interesting. Let's see what he goes for here. R2, he's already going for the consume. Makes sense for the bridge troll. That'd be a pretty good play for him here. Let's see. We're going to keep playing. So I think we want to play our Gansen because that sets something up for later. Although if we play our Witch Apprentice here, we have 3 guys, so we can't kill one of the relics. We get points every turn, and it gives us an extra point of boost on our Thrive. So that's probably better. We'll put it here just in case we want to mitigate some assassination damage. Next turn we go into this Gansen. We have Wisp if we need her. Bribery could be really bad, as always. Bribery into 4 boost, that's not too bad. Could have been worse. Still pretty good for him, though. Let's see what we can do. I want to set this Gansen up. We're getting a lot of points here. From our, if we keep going, a lot of points from Witch Apprentice because he hasn't locked her. A long round 3 is better for him, I think, so I want to make it short by winning this round. Dead Man's Tongue. Okay, that's just going to boost him a bit. We have Wispus. We have Wispus to kill Artwad. And then that pushes for an even push. Will we go for an even push here? The thing is, we can go for a consume off our Brewis into Mamuna to consume the Gansen we ate with the Brewis. And go for a win on even. I like that plan. We get 4 points by passing here. We get an extra boost here. So we get 5 points by just playing Wispus. That puts us to 60, or 50. She plays for 6. We're 1 point short here. We can kill the Artwad. Then we can win the round with natural selection. That's not bad. So we'll do this. Kill him. Then we get 4. It will be a tie, then we'll just play this natural selection to win. If he goes any more, we can Caranthir Mamuna. We can Brewis to consume the Gancan, Caranthir the Mamuna. So he needs either a big commitment here, keep playing, or pass. If he goes for a big commitment, we have that play. And we still have Mamuna for round 3. So we want to make round 3 really short. I think the longer it is, the more Assimilate value he gets. Problem with that, well, that's not too much of a problem. We have our Idarin, so we really don't want to play our Caranthir here. I'd rather he pass, but we can always Idarin some stuff round 2. Tourney Joust, that's small. We can stay ahead just by playing this, and if I can, I will. And now our Witch Apprentice puts us ahead for the win on even. I don't want to waste Caranthir Mamuna with the Brewis charge here, because we're wasting Caranthir. We're wasting Caranthir essentially to win on even. It's not a waste, but it's a big commitment, especially for a round 3 that we want to be short. There's an invocation the Gansen, so we can't consume it anymore, so that play's not viable. Unless we consume Griffin and go for the Griffin. Let's see. If he goes into Joachim here, Joachim into that off the top, it's going to be worth 17, plus 2 for a relic next to it. It's worth 19. Minus 4 from us getting a Joachim. That's a 15-point play. Puts him to essentially 67. We would need a 26 minus 4 to keep up with that. We need 22. Consuming this gets us minus 2. Mamuna on it gives us 18. Let's see. Does he want to play that, though? Let's think. I think we'll hold on to this. He's committed a lot. We used our crones up, but that's okay. We have this really strong hand still. Round 3 won't be a 10-card round. It'll be 8 if he passes, which is still long. But he's used up so much. Like, look at his discard pile. He's played his... Artois big. He's played Invocation, that's big. Those are 2 really big casualties to his deck. Well, casualties. Look at this hand, though. Oh, man. Yeah. Yes, please. And we'll keep this just to pass as an option in case he passes right away. He steals both his charges on his imprisonment, though, which is a bit annoying. There is the Joachim. Into Faircart. Into... Yeah, of course. Why not? Why wouldn't you have it? We're going to have to play our Mamuna here. That's okay.
I shall flog them into submission.
Okay, that's better that he played that. So, he's up a lot.
Snap and done.
I'm not too concerned about him getting a round advantage here. Adaran's going to get locked, but gets an extra fruit, and the fruit gets thrived by Mamuna. So we'll go for Adaran.
Yes, nothing quite like a nice finishing dissection.
At the very least, he now has to play one of his leader charges. If he plays a lot here, we have Decree into our She Who Knows for a finisher. There's the lock. We knew that was going to happen. See what else he wants to play. We have Kranther Mamuna next. We're going to have to play it. But I'm feeling pretty safe here. He does have Argan Sand, but it's not in his hand. There's the Artorias Vigo. Not very surprising.
The senses can be fooled.
Blightmaker, sure. Hopefully it doesn't kill a fruit. Actually, it doesn't really matter. I think this was his second Mage Assassin, though, so it's not going to. It's just moving anything to the top.
No good wine will
Yeah.
come from here. Not
So we go for Kranther Mamuna here. Kranther. Mamuna. We go to 24. We eat with her, so we don't have a Sabbath problem. Summon it out. That puts us ahead. And then we can just drop this Kikimore Worker probably to stay ahead for a turn. We also have Bloody Mistress. We also have Mamuna again. The next Mamuna, though, is just going to be a Witch Apprentice, most likely. We go Kikimore Worker. If he plays a big card, we go for Bloody Mistress. He'll lock it, but we'll get 2 more fruits going for engines. That's nice. Okay, he's going to create a Griffin.
My duty? To stick my nose where it doesn't belong.
I want him to bleed us all the way down so we can finish with Decree into our She Who Knows. But the thing is, we can go for Bloody Mistress, then he'll lock it, and then he already played Invocation. I don't know what he does about the She Who Knows, so we'll commit the Bloody Mistress here. Do we still have Sabbath? Yeah, we do. Let's throw this down. Now, he's going to pass here and we go off a card. Or he's going to lock this. I wanted to lock it, so I'm going to hover my mouse over it because, you know, that's how you influence your opponent. You put your mouse over something. We'll hover this here. And then either he plays a card, lock it. Right now we go for She Who Knows. That's the plan. Tourney Joust. Okay, so do we think he's playing this last card? Could be Vincent. Thinking of removal cards he could have. I think we go for She Who Knows. He does a banish on her. we get up by 2, so he won't do that. And we do that. We baited out both his locks like we wanted to. And I think that's GG. I think that's too much carryover, especially with this Mamuna coming down. If he has removal, it's not enough. Like, taking white 10 points from us, we just go up 2 cards. Just like that, we get our 10 points of carryover. And we're up a card that should be good enough to win. I don't like this card. We have to make sure we don't draw into our Mamuna target, which is the Witch Apprentice, I believe. We have Witch Apprentice is the only bronze, which limits our redrawing. This could die though, so I'll put one of these back. I mean, 2 Self-Eaters. We don't want to draw into the Witch Apprentice here, but the rest of our deck isn't super great anyway, so I don't mind too much that we're limited on redraws. And we have 10 points of carryover here. That's a big safety net. And we have up a card. So we'll just go for Self-Eaters. There's the first one. We have another one after this. I don't see a way out of this for him. So, take a look here. This game, our game plan was to go to the short round 3, which we ended up at. It's pretty nice. Brothans here, it's a good card, but even with multiple Self-Eaters, you don't have enough points to beat what we have.
Everyone has their secrets.
Make sure you don't fill up a row with too many Self-Eaters. Sabbath doesn't matter here, because play versus summon isn't a big deal for the Witch Apprentice. We do want to have Sabbath for the Witch Apprentice. But we've got enough points going that we should be alright with that. Squirrel's just going to do nothing here, essentially. That's fine. We don't need it. So he still has coup. He could coup into this for another Self-Eater. That might be good. Then next turn we do our Mamuna. This is probably going to kill one of our guys. Nope, he's just going to play... I'm not sure what he play. Okay, play that, get another one. A lot of Self-Eaters for him. But I think Witch Apprentice will be good enough here. We do need our Sabbath though, so we'll throw this here. And we will go for this. We want to play this so we can boost our Self-Eaters. That's why the Sabbath is actually kind of helpful. Let's see what he does here. Kind of annoying he lost connection here. Mamuna for Griffin gives us 20 points, but no additional boost. Mamuna for this gives us 4 plus 4 plus 2 gives us 10 points, with 4 points of boost on, well, 6 points of boost on turn end for 20, and then also the boost on our Self-Eaters, so it's worth more than the Griffin here. Looks like he's just going to give up. Makes sense. Our hand only had 2 very low value cards left in it, but I guess this is enough that he doesn't want to play anymore. And that'll be GG. Back in the deck then. Changes to the deck. There's really very few changes you can make to the deck. The core of the deck's very standardized and really sort of been settled on at this point. I don't think there's any changes. Other than, like, not even me. I think everyone's pretty much settled on the core of the deck, right? You need most of the relic stuff. Things you can change are potentially She Who Knows for the Renew version. The Renew version gives you an extra Caranthier, so you can play stuff again. That's pretty good. Might experiment with that. I like She Who Knows for a carryover. And the other one is you can change the bronzes, right? Bloody Effigy is fantastic for the mirror match, so you have that option. In the mirror match, Bloody Effigy just removes one of their Mamuna targets and boosts you by an incredible amount, so it's fantastic there. You run that over Squirrel if you think about the mirror match. You're going to have the mirror match a lot. You also swap out Natural Selection for something else. And yeah, these are the ones you really want to swap around. You can play with these if you want. Other than that, though, She Who Knows for Renew is an option, and then you have, if you don't like having Gregory Revolt and Parasite, I recommend having both, but you could cut one in theory. But yeah, that's the deck. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Probably seen it enough on the ladder yourself, but we'll see you guys next time, and hopefully you enjoyed.